racing fans, welcome to racing action from Flamboro Downs for this Saturday evening. Kind of a soggy Saturday evening. We'll get a look at the changes on this evening's card. Note in race number 1, scratched is number 4 was Sega. Race 1, scratch number 4 was Sega. Equipment changes. Number 5, here's the thing, blind bridle to blinkers. And number 8, Street Cassidy, also blind bridle to blinkers. Note that number 9, the equipment changes steel to flip-flops up front. That's steel to flip-flops up front. And the hobbles, well, that can't be right, so it's probably 67.5 to 69. Fans note the hobble change is 57.5 to 59, so stretched out an inch and a half. I've had to let out my hobbles a bit lately as well. Race number 2, scratched is number 4, Redland Bethany Jean. Race 2 for Redland Bethany Jean is scratched. In race number 3, scratched is number 2, Cool Cowgirl. Race 3, scratch 2. Races 4 and 5, no changes, no changes. Races 4 or 5. In race number 6, we have an equipment change. On number 2 isn't easy. Blind bridle to blinkers. Blind to blinkers. Note that number 6, I wish I had a me, making a slew of changes. Blind bridle to blinkers. And steel to aluminum shoes up front. And adding a screen. So blind to blinkers and adding a screen. And then the shoe change, steel to aluminum shoes up front. Races 7 and 8 have no changes. Race 9, number 3, Baby Bell, changing aluminum to steel shoes behind. Aluminum to steel shoes behind. Correction, the horse is 3 Voom Voom. So no changes in the 8th, 3 in the 9th, Voom Voom. Aluminum to steel shoes behind. And the 10th race, scratched is number 7, McJazz. Race 10, scratch 7, McJazz. Field on post-parade for race 1. 1 is All-Star Twinkle, Brady Golliers for Pamela Goodale, and Pamela is the trainer and owner. Number 2 is 3 Gems, Austin Sorry for Darren Rayner and Mary Harris. Number 3, Captain Chloe, Scott Calder for Caitlin Graham. Number 6, Dinner and Dancing, Mark McDonnell for Gord McDonnell. 7, Funny Business, Sammy Fillier for Pat Rouleau and Stephanie DiPietro and Don Carswell and Henry Vertoli. Number 8, Street Cassidy, Paul McKenzie for Mike Rive, Gary Silifon. 9 is No Money Honey, Dale Spence for Mackenzie Spence and Kim Lazanchuk and Mike Ellis. And number 5, Here's the Thing, Jason Ryan for Courtney Bishop and Nicole Loeffler and Kevin Stevens. Field of 8 for race number 1. Let's get a look at this field for the first race. And we'll start with number 3, Captain Chloe. Well, something went quite wrong last time out and finished beating almost 20 lengths, but this is one that was on fire before that last race. 3 wins and a very close second. I'm banking on Captain Chloe bouncing right back and being strong in here. 5-2. Maybe you get value because of that last race. Captain Chloe and Caitlin Graham with Scott Calder driving a co-favorite along with the 5 and 7. Number 1, All-Star Twinkle, though, raced a better last race and finished a second, and was a solid second. Now gets an inside post. Got a pocket trip in that one. Now did get shuffled back to 4th, but then came on to reclaim 2nd at the finish. All-Star Twinkle and Brady Golliers for Pamela Goodale. 5-1, I think, can be right back in the hunt off of that good last race. Others, number 7, Funny Business. Well, a very good-looking winner last time out and now has 3 consecutive top 3s. Look at also 2 and 3 starts back, was 7th at the quarter in each of them and still did come on to finish in the top 3. So Funny Business, 5-2 on the board, definitely a contender. And number 5, Here's the Thing, changing blind rattle to blinkers, did not fare well last time out. Now drops a level. This is one that did have back-to-back wins latter half of November in the class above this one. So Here's the Thing with the equipment change and dropping a level could definitely spark back up and be a big threat. Jason Ryan for Courtney Bishop. Here's the Thing is 3-1. My top one, though, is number 3, Captain Chloe, 5-2. Starting gate is rolling for race number 1. It'll be All-Star Twinkle with 3 Gems on the inside. In the center, Captain Chloe, Here's the Thing, Dinner and Dancing. And to the outside, Funny Business, Street Cassidy. And the second tier, No Money Honey. It's a field of 8 for race number 1. Here they come. Field 4, race number 1 is at the start of the rough, and Here's the Thing with Dinner and Dancing, blasting and also Funny Business. Then it is Captain Chloe, back to 3 Gems, All-Star Twinkle, then No Money Honey and Street Cassidy. On around that first turn, Dinner and Dancing is dining on a lead of a couple of lengths right now. Here's the Thing second, Funny Business third, Captain Chloe is 4th away. Then 3 Gems and All-Star Twinkle, No Money Honey and Street Cassidy trailing. Dinner and Dancing is 7-1 on the board and has the lead as the field works their way on past that opening quarter. Dinner and Dancing by a length and a half over Here's the Thing with Funny Business third, 28-4 opening quarter. Captain Chloe is 4th, and then 3 Gems and All-Star Twinkle and No Money Honey and Street Cassidy, and it is still Dinner and Dancing. and Mark McDonnell working on the lead as they race off the turn. And here's the thing, is watching patiently from the pocket. Funny Business on the inside third, and now Captain Chloe is flushed to the outside and is going to get cover. Is coming out from third comes Funny Business. Funny Business first up third, Captain Chloe fourth, and then fifth on the inside is Three Gems. Then it is back to All Star Twinkle, No Money Honey, and Street Cassidy. The half was 59 and 4, a 31-second second panel. And it is Dinner and Dancing. Funny Business on the outside has come on to be about a length back. On the inside, racing third is Here's the Thing. And Captain Chloe is still situated second over. And then on the inside, Three Gems, All-Star Twinkle is coming on. Back further is No Money Honey and Street Cassidy. Captain Chloe's popped out 3 wide now. 3/4, 129 and 3. Dinner and Dancing. Funny Business. Captain Chloe steadily progressing on the outside. And Here's the Thing is racing fourth. Then All-Star Twinkle and Three Gems and No Money Honey and Street Cassidy on down the stretch. Now they come. Captain Chloe on the outside. Dinner and Dancing on the inside. Dinner and Dancing and Captain Chloe. And Here's the Thing up the passing lane. Captain Chloe on the outside is going to come on by and win. Dinner and Dancing was second. Then it was Here's the Thing and Funny Business. 159 and 4. Captain Chloe. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race 1. It's number 3, Captain Chloe. 4-year-old Captain Crunch Bay Mare, Scotty Coulter, the winning driver for trainer and owner Caitlin Graham. Captain Chloe's 11th win lifetime, 159 and 4. The first race payouts: 3, Captain Chloe, 834, 92.60. 6, Dinner and Dancing, 630, 335. Here's the Thing, $230, $2 exactor, 104.60. Dollar Try, 131.90. Dollar Super, 401.60. 20-cent Super, 80.33. Fans note the track is going to be listed as sloppy and minus 2 seconds. First race order finish from the top 671 scratch 32485. That's 671 scratch 32485 on the bottom. Field for the second on parade 1, Sweet Gadget, Steve Houdon for Laura Toscani. Number 2 is Wicked Road, Anthony Hahn from Meg Cronin Hut Racing. Number 3 is Rock and Roll Annie, Sammy Failure for Jared Mann and Ron Nobes and Brenton Harris. 5 is Lions Anita's Angel, Scott Culliver, Kent Oliver, and 3 Lions Racing. Number 6 is Wildcat Delight, Austin Soray for Ron McDonald and Brett McDonald. Field of 5, race number 2. Let's get a look at this field of fillies and mares. We'll start with number 3, Rock and Roll Annie. And to look, Rock and Roll Annie is a mare with a lot of back class, and last time out was a solid second to Shoot the Whiskey. That's a good measuring stick, and Rock and Roll Annie, I think it can come right back in here with Shoot the Whiskey not in here and be a huge threat to win. Finished in front of Lions Anita's Angel last time out. Rock and Roll Annie gets a little better post position. I think this Bedford mare can rock in here even money. Number 5, Lions Anita's Angel, certainly comes in with good form, comes in 6 consecutive top 3 finishes, and Lions Anita's Angel overall just has looked pretty solid, can race from on or off the pace a little bit. Lions Anita's Angel, Scotty Coulter for Ken Oliver. Ken Oliver's barn has been hot of late and finished the year strongly and is off to already having a couple of wins in 7 starts this season. And just overall, I think Lions Anita's Angel is a major threat. I don't like it as the favorite 1 to 2. I like Rock and Roll Annie just a bit better, but Lions Anita's Angel should be a main factor. Scotty Coulter looks for both halves of the double. Number 2, Wicked Road, was very good here back in November, and then the last 3 starts or last 2 starts fell off and then qualified. Now look, it hasn't raced since December the 13th, qualified January the 3rd at Mohawk, but just a qualifier in 59. But this is one that when she's right, she can be a big factor. Won 9 of 21 starts last year. Maybe Wicked Road with the layoff has been able to get right. Wicked Road and Anthony Hahn for Meg Crone is a value at 11 to 1 as off the layoff and wasn't as good of late, but the talent is in there. And number 1, Sweet Gadgets, is one that, was just in the preferred class the last couple of starts and a 5th and an 8th. Now, the last time was post 7. Now gets to drop 1 level. Sweet Gadgets still overall on the inside as a long shot, the longest one on the board. But in this field of 5, maybe Sweet Gadgets is able to get onto the ticket. But my top one is number 3, Rock and Roll Annie. Lions Anita's Angel is the 3 to 5 favorite. Gate is rolling for race number 2. Field of 5 fillies and mares taking up their positions. On the inside, Sweet Gadgets and Wicked Road. In the center, Rock and Roll Annie. And to the outside, Lions Anita's Angel and Wildcat Delight. It's a field of 5 for race number 2. Here they come. Field for the second race. At the start of the rough, and Rock and Roll Annie is going to rock with Wildcat Delight. Wicked Road on the inside. Lions Anita's Angel is 4th away. And then it is Sweet Gadgets, and the field races their way on around the turn. And it is Rock and Roll Annie who leads on into the backstretch with Wildcat Delight. Racing on the outside second, length back, now half length back, and continuing to drive. Wildcat Delight leads as they race on down the backstretch and is in front by a length and a half. But now Rock and Roll Annie comes right back out. Rock and Roll Annie is going to loop back around Wildcat Delight, reclaim the lead. 27-3 opening quarter. Then Wicked Road is 3rd. Lions Anita's Angel and Sweet Gadgets is trailing. But Rock and Roll Annie, even money on the board, leads as they race off the turn in front of Wildcat Delight. And racing position 3rd, Wicked Road. And now Lions Anita's Angel has been taken to the outside by Scotty Coulter, who's moved up his first over third. Racing fourth is Wicked Road, and fifth is Sweet Gadgets, 57 halftime. And it is still Rock and Roll Annie, who rocks a lead of a length and a half over Wildcat Delight, the pocket sitter. Lions Anita's Angel grinding first over, still about 2.5 off the lead though. Then Wicked Road and Sweet Gadgets. Rock and Roll Annie rocks a lead of a couple over Wildcat Delight. Steady progress from Lions Anita's Angel on the outside, and now is taken over second of a half 57. They go by 3/4, 126 and 2. Rock and Roll Annie, Lions Anita's Angel. These two are getting closer together now. Rock and Roll Annie by just ahead. Lions Anita's Angel, Wildcat Delight, Wicked Road, and Sweet Gadgets. Rock and Roll Annie trying to fend off Lions Anita's Angel as they turn on down the stretch drive. Rock and Roll Annie on the inside. Lions Anita's Angel on the outside gets a little bit rough, and on the inside, Rock and Roll Annie is going to hold on. Lions Anita's Angel second. Then it is Wicked Road finishing third. 157 and 1. And the inquiry sign will go up pertaining to the stretch drive and number 5, Lions Anita's Angel. There's the winner of the second, number 3, Rock and Roll Annie. Sammy Filion, the winning driver. 10-year-old Rock and Roll Dance Baymare, owned by Ron Nobes, Brandon Harris, and Jared Mann. Jared, the trainer. It's the 25th win lifetime for Rock and Roll Annie. Once again, fans, note the inquiry is on number 5, Lions Anita's Angel. Inquiry on 5, Lions Anita's Angel. Fans note the judge's ruling that 5 Lions Anita's Angel, who finished second, is going to be placed back to fourth for failure to continuously lose ground while off stride in deep stretch. The new top 4 will be 3-2-6-5. Second race payouts at 3 Rock and Roll Annie, 420, 280, 210, 2 Wicked Road, 320, 410, and 6 Wildcat Delight, 390, $2 exactor, 16.90, dollar try, 33.90, dollar super, 55.20, 20-cent super, 11.04, $2 double of 3 and 3, 29.30. Second race Whatever finish from the top is a 5, 3 plays 2, 1, scratch, 2 plays 4, and 4 plays 3. That is from the top down after the placing, 5, 2, 1, scratch, 4, 3. Field 4, race number 3 is on parade. 1 is Aurora. Ryan Guy for Jason Woodward and Sean Hannigan. 3 is Delightful You. Sean Stacy for Landmark 17 Racing and David Reed and Dave McDonald and BC Reichelt Stables. 5 is Emilia. Mark McDonnell for Rod Boyd and Matthew Harrison. 4 Destiny Road. Dale Spence for Kelly Duval Lukai. Number 6, Can't Treasure, Brady Golliers for Andrew Pike and Vince Lombardi and Chris Menina. Number 7 is 7 Summers Ago, Paul McKenzie for Frank Timpano and Wendy Timpano and Frank Tucci and Seaprice Stables. 8 is Borrowed Angels, Scott Calder for Brenda Duncan and David Duncan. And number 9 is Sheila's Joy, Sammy Filia for Jacob Roberts and Steve Adams. Well, fans, my pick of the night is number 5, Emilia. Hoping to get a bit of a price. Destiny Road is the current 3-2 favorite. And look, Emilia did have a nice start here 2 races ago. I was very impressed with that outing. And then last time out, Post 8 got parked early and paid for it by backing away late in the mile. But still, overall, I thought Emilia has flashed at times, and you might be able to get a price because of the finish of that last start. But look, that was really impacted by Post 8. If you look at the last 3 starts, 2 8s and a 7. Now a little better spot on the gate. We'll be leaving out of Post 4. I think Emily and Mark McDonnell for Rod Boyd has a big chance to score a first win, 5-2. Number 4, Destiny Road is the one the fans think is destined to win. Came in here from Rideau Carlton, had been off about a little more than 3 weeks before that last start, and Destiny Road raced very well. Could build off of that second beaten half a length to Angels Among Us, who's a very nice one. Destiny Road and Dale Spencer, Kelly Duval Lakai is 2-1. Number 7 summers ago. Well, hasn't raced since September. You do see this one back in August in a prospect series at Georgian Downs, finishing third and racing well. But just a couple of top 3 finishes and 8 starts. But 7 summers ago, I think, is one that may have a shot in here. And one more to touch on is number 8, Borrowed Angel. Borrowed Angel actually raced well here back in the middle of November, and the last time out just didn't leave at all. And really, the recent form, the last few races, not great on Borrowed Angel. But I did see a couple of nice flashes out of this one back in November. Maybe Borrowed Angel can be a late sleeper play here to sneak onto the ticket at 25-1. But my top one is number 5, Emilia, 3-1 on the board. Gate is rolling for race number 3. Taking up their positions, it'll be Aurora, Delightful You on the inside. In the center, Destiny Road, Emilia, Kant's Treasure. To the outside, 7 summers ago, and Borrowed Angel. And the second tier, Sheila's Joy. Field for the third is at the start, and they're off, and 7 summers ago is going to leave out hard with Aurora on the inside. Then Delightful You and Borrowed Angel is into the front 4. Kant's Treasure is racing 5th away as they work their way on into the backstretch. Then it is back further to Sheila's Joy, and then Emilia is racing 2nd from last right now. But 7 summers ago leads as they race on to the opening quarter. 7 summers ago is the 3-2 favorite and leads Aurora. Delightful You at 20-1 is third. Then Borrowed Angel and Kant's Treasure back to Sheila's Joy, and further back is Emilia, and they work on around the turn. The Inquiry Sun is up retaining to the start, and right now, 7 summers ago, the favorite leads off the turn with Aurora racing position 2nd, and third is Delightful You as the field works their way up towards the half. Racing 4th is Borrowed Angel, and now Sheila's Joy on the outside is looking to take 4th from Borrowed Angel. Moving on the outside, Emilia is racing position to 6th now, and then 7th is Kant's Treasure. 1 minute 2/5 the halftime, and the field works their way on into the backstretch. 7 summers ago has gotten away a little bit. Leads by 2 1/4 over Aurora. Delightful You is racing position 3rd. Then Sheila's Joy. Emilia is 5th, but with a ton of work to do to catch 7 summers ago, who is racing well and leads by 2 as they race by 3/4 in 1:30 3. And it is 7 summers ago, who's got a lead of a 2.5 now over Aurora. Delightful You is 3rd. Then 4th is Sheila's Joy, and 5th is Emilia. And they work their way off the top of the stretch and turn for home. And it is 7 summers ago off stride went Delightful You. 7 summers ago in Aurora. 7 summers ago under wraps at the finish to win. Aurora 2nd. Then 3rd is Sheila's Joy. Emilia is 4th. Mile of 2 minutes flat. Back in front of us, the winner of race number 3. It's number 7 summers ago. Paul McKenzie is the winning driver. 7 summers ago was a 3-year-old Cattle Wash Bay filly owned by Wendy Timpano and Frank Tucci and Sea Spray Stables. Mike Timpano, the trainer. It is the first win for 7 summers ago. 2 minutes flat. And fans, we have an inquiry pertaining to numbers 4 and 5 at the start. 4 Destiny Road and 5 Emilia. Fans note the judge's ruling that number 4 Destiny Road Note that number 4 Destiny Road was outside of the fair start pole at the start of the race and a refund. Also note that number 5 Emilia did not violate the braking regulations with the brake at the start. Once again, fans, note that 5 Emilia, the inquiry sign will go down, judged to have not violated the braking regulations. Third race payout 7 summers ago, 370, 250, and 210. 1 Aurora, 320, 250. 9 Sheila's Joy, 560. $2 exactor, $12.90. Dollar try, $59.40. Dollar super, 106.55. 20-cent super, $21.31. The third race, or her finish from the top. 2 scratch 7, refund, 46153. That's 2 scratch 7, refund, 46153 on the bottom. Field for the fourth on parade. 1, Page Rock Scissors. Paul McKenzie for Michael Patterson. Number 2, Nasty Reputation. Gary Rive for Ashley and Matthew Rive Bohannock. Number 3 is Little Bearcat. Jay Harris for Brett Lester and Michelle Etar. 4 is Misbelieving. Dale Spence for Mackenzie Spence and Brian Ramsey and Allison Ramsey. Number 5 is Muktuk Annie. Austin Surrey for Gary Murner and Dean Larkin. Number 6, Flamboro and Rose. Semi-failure for Pat Rouleau and Stephanie DiPietro and Don Carswell and Henry Vertoli. Number 7, A Sailor's Delight. Nello Guglielmi drives and trains and owns. 8 is Lucy and Ethel. Mark McDonnell for Gord McDonald and Doug Good. And 9 is Solid as a Brick House. Jason Ryan for Shane Barrington and Max Stable. Field of 9. Race number 4. Let's get a look at this field. And we'll start with number 5, Muktuk Annie, one that, was racing at Rideau Carlton, then over to Mohawk for a first start for Gary Murner. Didn't fare very well there, but one that had a rough trip, got parked early and paid for it in the late going. Muktuk Annie, now second start for Gary Murner, and on a tighter rotation. That last start was off 22 days, so 3 weeks, and Muktuk Annie now comes back after a start January the 5th at Mohawk. I think this is one that could have a lot better outing here. 5-2. Number 4, Misbelieving. Well, the fans believe a lot in this one. 3-1 as a co-favorite. The 3, 4, and 5 all sitting at 3-1 right now. Look, this is one that's been improving, and you see a couple of runner-up finishes during the last 5 starts. In fact, during the last 5 starts, no worse than 4th in all of them, and a couple of seconds and a third during that batch. Misbelieving. Dale Spence for Mackenzie Spence. Contender, now the favorite at 2-1. Number 3, Little Bearcat, raced better last race and now gets a better post position. In fact, had the lead by 2.5 when they turned for home. Finished second. Little Bearcat off that good mile. Jay Harris for Brett Lester, 2-1. And number 9, Solid as a Brick House. Good in each of the last couple, but the trailer post maybe makes this one a play towards the bottom of the ticket. He's getting some love at 7-2. Gate is rolling for race number 4, taking up their positions. Page Rock Scissors and Nasty Reputation with Little Bearcat in the center, Misbelieving, and Muktuk Annie. To the outside, Flamboro and Rose, A Sailor's Delight, Lucy and Ethel. And the second here is Solid as a Brick House. Field for the 4th race. He sent the start of the rough. Muktuk Annie's going to blast out with Misbelieving and Flamboro and Rose and A Sailor's Delight and Lucy and Ethel. And then it is back to Little Bearcat and Page Rock Scissors and Solid as a Brick House. Nasty Reputation is trailing the field. But it is Muktuk Annie and Austin Sorry who's got a lead right now of about 2.5 lengths over Misbelieving. Flamboro and Rose is third in the early action. Then it is back to Lucy and and Ethel and a Sailor's Delight in Little Bearcat. Page Rock Scissors, solid as a brick house and nasty reputation is trailing the field. Muktokanny 3 to 5 on the board. Leads for Austin Sorry, and the advantage 2 1/4. Misbelieving second. Rambaron Rose is third. Then racing position fourth is Lucy and Ethel, and now to the outside, Little Bearcat. Racing first up fifth. A Sailor's Delight, sixth on the inside. Page Rock Scissors, seventh. Solid as a brick house. Nasty reputation trailing. They head on by the half and 59 off a 28-4 opening quarter. And it is Muktokanny who leads Misbelieving by about 2 lengths right now. Rambaron Rose is racing position to third. And then Lucy and Ethel, Little Bearcat, back to Page Rock Scissors and a Sailor's Delight, and Solid as a brick house and nasty reputation. But Muktokanny, 3 to 5 favorite, still leads and is in front. Length and a half as Misbelieving has worked up a little bit closer. On by 3/4, 128 and 2. Muktokanny still looks very strong on top. Misbelieving, trying to stay close and hope for a late rally. Rambaron Rose is third. And then it is Lucy and Ethel and Little Bearcat. Solid as a brick house and Page Rock Scissors and nasty reputation and a Sailor's Delight. And now it is Misbelieving trying to collar Muktokanny, who's game. Muktokanny up the inside is Rambaron Rose. Muktokanny is going to take race 4. Then it is Misbelieving, Lucy and Ethel, and Rambaron Rose, 159 and 2. There is Muktokanny. Austin Story is the winning driver. Muktokanny, trained by Gary Murner, owned by Dean Larkin. 4-year-old Artspeak Bay mare. It is the 7th win lifetime for Muktokanny, 159 and 2. The 4th race payouts 5. Muktokanny, $350, $3, $260. 4 Misbelieving, $410, $320. 8 Lucy and Ethel, $550. $2 exactor, $12.90. $1 try, $125.85. $1 super, $922.55. 20-cent super is $184.51. $1 pick 3, $13.10. 20-cent pick 3 is $2.62. fourth race. Order of finish from the top down. 786-214-935. That's 786-214-935 at the bottom. Field for the fifth on parade 1 is Bargain Bid. Garrett Rooney for Francis Guillemette and Sonia Jolly. Number 2 is Locura Chapeau. Jason Ryan for Gavin Christie. Jason Woodward trains. Number 3 is Pretty Missy May. Semi Filia for Ken Middleton Jr. and James Grant. Number 4 is Latte Sealster Austin Sorry for Gerard Demers and Melanie Plourde. Number 5 is Cloden by Emma, Scott Kolaraki Chrétien. Number 6 is My Maserati, Bertie Golliers for Frank Manzini and Jennifer Libby. Eight is Watch Me Dance, Nello Guglielmi for Michael Patterson. Number 7 is Salzburg Diva, Paul McKenzie for Vern Gockford and Edward Gork. 9 is Better in Heels, Anthony Hahn for Tess Waxman and Ralph Pitt and Troy Lerm. Field of 9, race number 5. This dash features the Super High 5. Let's get a look at this field. First one we'll look at is number 6, My Maserati, 6-1 on the board, and one that actually comes in pretty fine form here. Back in the same class, moved up to this level last time out, had post 7 and came late to finish third. But I just think the overall body of work now, a number of those previous starts were in the bottom class and then moved up last time out. But still, I've liked the recent action with my Maserati. I think this one could step up here and win, maybe even at a bit of a price, as there are some others that might draw the attention. And my Maserati is currently 6-1. Others to get a look at in here. How about number 7, Salzburg Diva? And Salzburg Diva has been really good of late. A couple of wins and a couple of seconds in the last 5 starts. Salzburg Diva does have to work from a tougher post, but 2 races ago had post 7 and had the lead when they turned for home. Second beaten half a length, so Salzburg Diva is a serious threat in here. 7-2. Others, number 4, Lotte Seelster, back-to-back wins in the bottom class. Then last race had post 8 at Mohawk and still managed to race reasonably well. Lotte Seelster and Austin Sorry for Gerard Demers, I think, is a mare that you got to take seriously in here. Lotte Seelster is 9-5 on the board. And number 1, Bargain Bid, was racing well before last race, post 8. Maybe we'd just throw that one out and look to the 3 consecutive runner-up finishes just before that. Bargain Bid is 12-1. Gate is rolling for race number 5. Field of 9 taking up position. Bargain Bid, Lacour Chapeau, and Pretty Missy May. In the center, Lotte Seelster, Clodagh Bahama. To the outside, my Maserati, Salzburg Diva, Watch Me Dance. The second tier, Better in Heels. Field of 9 for race number 5. They're at the start of the rough, and Salzburg Diva comes blasting out. Pretty Missy May, Lotte Seelster. Bargain Bid is 4th away. Then it is back to Clodagh Bahama and Better in Heels. Back further is Lacour Chapeau. My Maserati is 8th away. And Watch Me Dance. He isn't dancing yet, his 9th. They race their way on to the opening quarter, and right now driving on the outside, that is Lotte Seelster and Austin Sorry, who's looking to come on and grab the lead and has got it now in front by about a length and 3/4, and Salzburg Diva 2nd. Pretty Missy May is racing 3rd. Then Bargain Bid 4th, 28-1 opening quarter. Clodagh Bahama, Better in Heels 7th is Lacour Chapeau. Trailing pair, my Maserati and Watch Me Dance, Lotte Seelster. Even money on the board's got the lead over Salzburg Diva, who's looming in the pocket, and Pretty Missy May. On the inside is 3rd. Now Bargain Bid is going to make a first up bid. Then it is Clodagh Bahama and Better in Heels and Lacour Chapeau, my Maserati and Watch Me Dance. And they work their way on past the 5/8 and on into the backstretch. Lotte Seelster, Bargain Bid on the outside is getting closer. Lotte Seelster, Bargain Bid. Now Bargain Bid at 10-1 has stuck ahead in front. Bargain Bid. Clodagh Bahama is traveling on the outside and is alongside Lotte Seelster on the inside. That pair is both about a length back. But now coming on to take second is Clodagh Bahama. Salzburg Diva has wheeled out, and now Salzburg Diva takes over 3rd, 3/4 and 128. Lotte Seelster is dropped back to 4th. Then Pretty Missy May and Better in Heels, and my Maserati 3 wide with a ton of work to do. And it is Clodagh Bahama dueling with Bargain Bid. Bargain Bid slim lead as they turn for home. Clodagh Bahama on the outside. It is Bargain Bid and Clodagh Bahama. Bargain Bid is dug in on the inside. Bargain Bid, Clodagh Bahama. Bargain Bid will win. Clodagh Bahama 2nd, then Lotte Seelster and Salzburg Diva, and finishing 5th, Pretty Missy May, 159 flat. Back in front of us, the winner of race 5. It's one Bargain Bid. Bargain Bid's a 5-year-old Czech 6 bay mare. Garrett Rooney, the winning driver for trainer Francis Gimet, the owner Sonia Jolie. It's the 7th win for Bargain Bid, 159 flat. Fans, the inquiry soundbook what pertaining to number 8, Watch Me Dance, and possible broken equipment before the start. Fans note number 8, Watch Me Dance, will be refunded. Suffered broken equipment before the start. Refund. Number 8, Watch Me Dance. Fifth race payouts. One bargain bid, $23.50. 970 and 740. 5 Clodum by Emma, 1043.60. 4 Latte Sealster, 220. $2 exactor, $200.80. Dollar try, 220.75. 20-cent high five, 100, or rather 1785.07. That's the 20-cent high five. 20-cent pick five, 73.51. Fifth race over a finish from the top down. 185, 7. Refund 7. Fans note the rundown should read 185, 326, 4, refund 7. The bottom three are 4, refund 7. So 185, 326, 4, refund 7. Field 4, race number 6 on parade. 1 is a pinch of salt, semi-failure for Paul Meegans and Faith Meegans. Number 2 is Isn't Easy, Scott Coulter, Steve Coulter, and Paul Coulter. Number 4 is Century Havana. 5 is Little Mary. Mike Salas drives and trains and owns. Number 6, I Wish I Had a Me. Jay Harris for Tyler Schlotman. Fans note the driver change on number 4, Century Havana, will be Mark McDonnell. Mark McDonnell on 4, Century Havana. Number 7, Bookie Baby, Steve Houdon for Phil Houdon and Jennifer Miller. 8 is Tells Bells, Austin Sorry for Blake McIntosh and Tim Dickinson. 9 is Irie, Jason Ryan for Jason Woodward and Sheldon Rose. And fans note, absent from the parade is 3, Chilton's Wish, Dale Spence for Tom Chanot and Barbara Bryan. Field of 9, race number 6. Fans looking at this field, number 2, Isn't Easy, makes it equipment change, blind throttle to blinkers, and 2 Isn't Easy is one that had just a couple of wins last year, but has been racing consistently well of late, has gate speed and a favorable post position, and theirs Isn't Easy and Scotty Coulter. We saw 9 Irie, and that's one with back-to-back top 3 finishes in the last 2 starts. In fact, 4 of the last 6 were top 3 finishes. Irie, tough post assignment. Jason Ryan for Jason Woodward, and Irie, 8-5 favorite. A couple of others for Century Havana. Mark McDonnell to drive for Rob Jenkins Jr. One that is winless in 28 starts, but I thought raced a bit better last race. And Century Havana with Mark McDonnell maybe can be a factor in here. 21-1 long shot play, I think, has a shot to get onto the ticket. And 1, a pinch of salt, did improve last race and now gets an inside post position. Problem is that last race was December the 17th. A pinch of salt in semi-filia is 18-1. Gate is rolling for race number 6. A pinch of salt Isn't Easy. Tobin's Wish on the inside. In the center, Century Havana, Little Mary. To the outside, I Wish I Had a Me, Bookie Baby, and Tells Bells. And the second tier, Ivory. It's a field of 9. It's race number 6. Field for the 6th race, gathering speed, approaching the start. They're at the start of the rough and tells Bells from the outside. Century Havana. Then Tobin's Wish and Isn't Easy. But tells Bells has got the early lead as they work on around the turn. Then it is Tobin's Wish and Century Havana is over to the pylons racing third in front of Isn't Easy. Then it's back to Little Mary and Ivory. Then I Wish I Had Me and Bookie Baby. And trailing the field is A Pinch of Salt. They race on to the opening quarter. Tells Bells is the 3-5 betting favorite and leads past that opening quarter in 29. Tells Bells Tobin's Wish is racing second. Century Havana at 30-1 is racing position third. Isn't Easy as fourth, and then Little Mary and Ivory, and then it is I Wish I Had Me and Bookie Baby and A Pinch of Salt. They race off the turn, and Tells Bells and Austin Story leads as they race up towards the half. Advantage is holding right now at a length and 3/4 over Tobin's Wish. And then Century Havana on the inside third. Isn't Easy's coming first over. Ivory to the outside, and Little Mary is sixth, 59-1 halftime. Then Bookie Baby is dueling to take seventh over I Wish I Had Me, and trailing the field is A Pinch of Salt. Tells Bells continues to march. Tells Bells leads by about 3.5 or 4. Then Tobin's Wish and Century Havana, and Isn't Easy trying to make some headway on the outside, and is trying to grab third from Century Havana. And then wide is Ivory coming on. Ivory is taking over third, but Tells Bells is getting away. 3/4, 128-3, and it is Tells Bells. Ivory second, Tobin's Wish third, then Century Havana Isn't Easy, and then it is Little Mary and Bookie Baby on down the stretch drive. Tells Bells has got this one, leads by 2 as they come to the finish. Is tiring a bit, but it doesn't matter. Tells Bells is going to win by 2 lengths, and then finishing second was Ivory. Then Tobin's Wish and Century Havana, 2 minutes flat. Coming back in front of us, there's a look at number 8, Tells Bells. Austin Sorry, the winning driver. 5-year-old Tell It Like It Is, Bay Mare, owned by Tim Dickinson. Blake McIntosh, the trainer. Tells Bells victorious, 2 minutes flat for a 16th lifetime win. Sixth race payouts 8 tails bells, 350, 270, 260. 9 Irie, 340, 280. 3 Tobin's Wish, 380. $2 exactor, 1370. Dollar try, 1810. And the dollar super, 92.85. 20-cent super, 18.57. 20-cent pick four, 19.68. Sixth race, order of finish from the top down. 983 476 512. That's 983 476 512 on the bottom. Field on parade for the 7th one is Cora Cora Cora, Jason Ryan for Shane Barrington and Max Stable. Number 2 is All-Star Willow, Brady Golliers for Jacob Roberts and Triple S Equine. 3 is Just One Bite, Damian McClellan for Ron McDonald and Shen Go. And 4 is Waiting on a Woman, Jay Hemers for Jody Cullen and Ron and Travis Cullen. 5, Lisa's All In, Austin Sorry for Mitchell Tierney, Lynn Cameron and Michelle Goodrow. And number 6 is Ireland Sealster, Mark McDonnell for Gord McDonald. Field of 6, race number 7. Let's get a look at this field for the 7th, fillies and mares on the pace. And we'll start with number 4, Waiting on a Woman, 6-5. Has been racing consistently well for quite a while now. Has been in the same class week after week. Won 13 times last year. 22 top 2 finishes in 40 starts. And each of the last 3 starts were runner-up finishes. But I just think that it's Waiting on a Woman's chance here. Last time up, parked every step of the way and still finished second. The winner, Lions Benz, was long gone, but that was a solid effort. And Waiting on a Woman, 6-5. Number 1, Cora Cora Cora, is one that was a winner here 2 races ago. Down a level from this one, moved up to this class last race, blasted to the front from post 7, but paid for that late in the mile. But look, this is one that had a good earnings year last year and did take a mark of 51-3 at Mohawk and won 9 times. And gate speed, inside post. Cora 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 is a big threat in here and is 3-2 on the board. Others to look at. Number 3, Just One Bite. Well, a couple of wins in the past 3 starts. Now, moves up in class, but is coming up in class off of some good efforts. And even that one in between those 2 wins was a 5th beat in just 3 lengths and parked early in that mile. I think Just One Bite shows enough form to be a top 3 factor and is 6-1. And one more is number 5, Lisa's All In. Got to consider this one because, well, beat Waiting on a Woman December the 13th. The last 2 races, neither one was good, but Lisa's All In does have that recent victory December the 13th over Waiting on a Woman and Lions Benz. Pretty good measuring stick. Lisa's All In, 7-2 on the board. Gate is rolling for race number 7. Cora Cora Cora, All-Star Willow on the inside. In the center, Just One Bite, Waiting on a Woman. And to the outside, Lisa's All In and Ireland Sealster. It's a field of 6. Race number 7, here they come. Field for the 7th race is at the start of the rough, and Just One Bite will come out and grab the early lead. Lisa's All In. Then Cora Cora Cora, All-Star Willow, Waiting on a Woman, and Ireland Sealster is trailing, but Just One Bite has got the lead. Lisa's All In continues on and wants to be in the lead. Lisa's All In leads by half a length, now a length, now a length and a half, and clears to the front. Just One Bite is second, Cora 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 third, All-Star Willow is fourth, and then Waiting on a Woman and Ireland Sealster. Lisa's All In at 4-1's got the lead. Just One Bite at 10-1 is second and tightens up a little bit in the pocket. 28 seconds is that opening quarter. And racing fourth, third rather, is Cora Cora Cora. And then it is All-Star Willow. Waiting on a Woman isn't waiting any longer. Pops to the outside but is fifth. And then Ireland Sealster. And they race off the turn. Lisa's all in Austin Sorry at 28 opening quarter. Looks for that second panel breather. Just one bite is second. Cora. First up is advanced on the outside to take over third. Waiting on a Woman follows three Coras. And then on the inside, it is All-Star Willow. And back trailing is Ireland Sealster. And on down the back stretch they go. Lisa's all in leads it. Lisa's all in. Cora. Just one bite. Waiting on a Woman is looking to pop out three wide now and has done so and is 2 lengths off the lead. They race by 3/4 up that 58 half, 3/4 127 and 4. Lisa's all in. Waiting on a Woman is out wide now and is taken over second and is bearing down on Lisa's all in. And then Cora weakens and on the inside just one bite reclaims third. Ireland Sealster fourth and 3 Coras is fifth and All-Star Willow is trailing the field. Waiting on a Woman trying to put away Lisa's all in. Leads at a length and it is Waiting on a Woman. Just one bite on the outside now. Is looking to bite Waiting on a Woman. Just one bite comes up and gets the last bite. Waiting on a Woman is second and Lisa's all in third, 158 and 3. There is the winner. Just one bite. Damien McClellan is the winning driver. Just one bite. He is a 5-year-old Huntsville Bay mare owned by Brett McDonald and Shen Go. Ron McDonald, the trainer. The sixth win lifetime for Just One Bite. 158 and 3. Seventh race payouts number 3, Just One Bite. 23, 40, 620, and 240. 4, Waiting on a Woman, 290, 210. 5, Lisa's all in, 210. $2 exactor, 54.20. Dollar try, 63.75. Dollar super, 322.50. 20-cent super is 64.50. The seventh race, so we're finished from the top, is a 6-5, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6-5, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. Field on post parade 1, Heads Carolina, semi-failure for Kevin Enman. Number 2 is Emma Diva, Scott Calder for Kelly Duval Lakai. And number 3 is Baby Bell, Mark McDonnell for Jared Mann and Kimberly and Scott and Kelly McNiven and Doug Haywood. Number 4 is Girls Swag, Ryan Guy for Steve Gassian and Beth Doyle. 5 is Angels Among Us, Jason Ryan for Jody Cullen and Ron Cullen and Travis Cullen and Keith Hanna. Number 6, Greystone Playgirl, Steve Houdon for Laura Toscani and John Henderson. Number 7, HP Josephine, Austin Sorry for Gerard Damaris and Claude Bell. 8 is Sista Golden Hair, Bertie Golliers for Courtney Bishop, Nicole Loeffler and Kevin Stevens. And 9 is Sporty's Big Craze, Garrett Rooney for Francis Guillemette and Kevin Kerr. Field of 9, race number 8. Note that 3 Baby Bell shoe chain steel to aluminum shoes up front. And let's get a look at this field. And the first one that we'll take a look at is number 7, HP Josephine. And despite the post position, is 4 to 5 the favorite. Look, had post 7 last race, blasted the front, just got caught at the finish, second beaten a nose, and also wired a field from post 6 the start before that. Those last 2 were in this class, and in fact, also had a start in this class December the 20th, finishing second, so a win in a couple of seconds in the past 3 races. HP Josephine has just looked really solid, and you do see this one winning in a maiden class December the 6th as well. 3 wins and a second in 5 starts last year, and then 1 second this year, so really has been just outstanding. And HP Josephine 4 to 5. Number 5, Angels Among Us, though, well, has had 3 starts, 2 wins and a third. Maiden class last him out, 1 by half a length. Angels Among Us moves up to the nominator 2, but certainly has looked very competitive. Maybe will handle the step up. 5 to 1, Jason Ryan for Jody Cullen. Number 9, Sporty's Big Craze, raced in this class each of the last 5 starts. Now, the last one from the trailer post got parked every step of the way, so that didn't work out. But just before that, this is one that beat this class and did have 3 consecutive top 3 finishes in this class. And in that race, December the 20th, Sporty's Big Craze, second was HP Josephine, so beat that one. But the trailer post complicates things because that was a front-end effort that Sporty's Big Craze won. Garrett Rooney for Francis Guillemette, 6 to 1. And number 4, Girls Swag, improved last race and maybe can come right back. It was a 4th in this class last time out. Maybe he can get to that level again, or maybe even step up a little higher. Girls Swag, Ryan Guy for Steve Gassian, 7 to 1. But number 7, HP Josephine, even money favorite. Gate is rolling for race number 8. Heads Carolina, Emma Diva, Baby Bell on the inside. In the center, Girls Swag, Angels Among Us. To the outside, Greystone Playgirl, HP Josephine, and Sista Golden Hair. And the second tier is Sporty's Big Craze. Field of 9, race number 8. They're at the start of the rough. Girl Swag will leave with Emma Diva. HP Josephine from the outside is blasting hard. HP Josephine is trying to grab the lead from Emma Diva along to the inside. Those are the top two. Then it is Girl Swag and Heads Carolina. HP Josephine now is clear to the front. Racing fifth is Baby Bell. Sporty's Big Craze sixth. Angels Among Us in front of the trailing pair Greystone Playgirl and Sister Golden Hair. HP Josephine has a lead right now of about 3 lengths, even money favorite. Racing second is Emma Diva, and then third on the inside is Heads Carolina, and fourth is Girl Swag caught on the outside. Fifth is Baby Bell. Then Sporty's Big Craze and Angels Among Us, and then back further is Greystone Playgirl. The field races their way off the turn and works up towards the half, and HB Josephine off at 29 and 2 opening quarter, leads at a couple of lengths over Emma Diva. Girl Swag still on the outside, racing fourth is Heads Carolina. Sporty's Big Craze is second over, sharing fifth with Baby Bell. Then seventh is Angels Among Us, and then it is back to Greystone Playgirl, and way back Sister Golden Hair, 59 and 4 halftime. HB Josephine is just cruising on the lead right now, leads it by 3. Emma Diva is second. Then Heads Carolina and Girl Swag. And Girl Swag parked every step but is still there in the hunt and is racing third. Heads Carolina is racing fourth. Sporty's Big Craze, and then Baby Bell, Angels Among Us, and Greystone Playgirl. But HP Josephine has gotten away on the field. HP Josephine, 129 3/4, leads by about 9 or 10 lengths, and now Sporty's Big Craze is out 3 wide trying to grab second from Emma Diva, and Girl Swag still there. It's HP Josephine coasting to the finish. Finishing a second is going to be Emma, well, making it close. Coming flying late was Angels Among Us to be in a place photo with Emma Diva, and then Heads Carolina, 2 minutes and 1/5. Coming back in front was the winner of race 8, number 7, HP Josephine. Austin Sorry with the winning drive. 4-year-old Big Jim Brown Barrel by Claudabelle and Gerard Damaris. Gerard's also the trainer. HP Josephine's 4th win in just 7 career starts. On the board, we have a 7-5-2-1. Note it's the driving hat trick for Austin Sorry on the evening. Eighth race payout 7 HP Josephine 420, 240, and 210. 5 Angels Among Us 240, 210, and 2 Emma Diva 280. $2 exactor 980. Dollar try 1510. Dollar super $72. 20-cent super 1440. Eighth race, silver finish from the top. 437-628-195. That's 437-628-195 on the bottom. Field for race number 9 on parade. 1 is La Petite Gray. Garrett Rooney for Francis Guemet and Michel Attendre. Number 2 is Layla Blue. Mark McDonough for Gord McDonald and Doug Good. Number 3 is Voom Voom. Sammy Filia for Jared Mann and Allison Hepburn. 4 is Caught Stealing Home. Jay Harris for Melissa Lamoureux and Jeffrey Boyd. Number 5 is Ginger Tree Carolyn. Bertie Golliers for Gary Murner and Golliers Racing and Casey Williams. And number 6, Tall Dark Latte. Tyler Moore drives and trains for Redland Farms. Field of 6 for race number 9. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, I want to start with number 3, Voom Voom, who's 5-2 on the board. Changing shoes, aluminum to steel shoes behind. And Voom Voom is one that raced here 2 races ago in this class. Sat the pocket, beaten 3/4 of a length, but was a solid outing. Then last race moved up, faced tougher, had post 7. Just not able to be a factor. But look, this is one that had a good earnings year last year. Made the top 2 in 17 out of 37 starts. And I think overall, when you look at the body of work before that last race, 3 consecutive top 3 finishes, and did score a win, the class below this one, by 10 lengths on December the 10th. Voom Voom and Sammy Filia for Jared Mann. Jared had a huge win percentage last year. I like Voom Voom in here, 5-2. Well, let's just see where we're supposed to be going next. Number 5 is next up on the hit parade, and number 5 is Ginger Tree Carolyn, and one that was a winner 2 races ago. Then last race, the trailer post in against Tougher also. In fact, actually raced reasonably well, considering the trailer post, beaten 3.5 lengths in against Tougher, and is one that beat the class below this one 2 races ago, so now is in the spot in between those 2, and certainly dominated the class below this one 2 races ago. Ginger Tree Carolyn, Bertie Gollier for Gary Murner, I think is going to be a major factor, 3-1. Number 1, La Petite Gray, is one that was a winner in this class just 2 races ago, went to the front and was able to wire the field and finish in front of Voom Voom, who was second. La Petite Gray only 5th last time in the class above this one, but La Petite Gray back in here maybe can get the better of Voom Voom and others again. Has that inside post position, getting a lot of love. 6-5. Garrett Rooney for Francis Guemet. Strong connections. And one more is number 4, Caught Stealing Home. And last race raced reasonably well, beaten 2.5. In fact, 3 of the last 4 races were good. Just that one at London that didn't work well, and that was a first-up trip. So Caught Stealing Home with a better trip could come back in here and be one that you can use on the ticket somewhere. Jay Harris for Melissa Lamoureux. Gate is rolling for the ninth. La Petite Gray, Layla Blue on the inside. In the center, Voom Voom and Caught Stealing Home. To the outside, Ginger Tree Carolyn and Tall Dark Latte. Field of 6 for race number 9. Field 4, race number 9. At the start of the rough, and it is Voom Voom and Caught Stealing Home. Ginger Tree Carolyn is into the front 3. Then Tall Dark Latte, and then it's Layla Blue and La Petite Gray. But right now, Voom Voom has lots of zoom and leads at a length and a half as they race their way on into the backstretch. Ginger Tree Carolyn is right there filling the pocket. Caught Stealing Home is racing third. Tall Dark Latte, La Petite Gray, and Layla Blue. They race on to the opening quarter, and Voom Voom 6-5 favorite, 27-2 opening panel. Ginger Tree Carolyn is right there tight in the pocket. It looks very lively. And third is Caught Stealing Home. Tall Dark Latte is racing fourth, and then La Petite Gray and Layla Blue. They race off the turn, and it is Voom Voom in front of Ginger Tree Carolyn. Racing third, Caught Stealing Home. Now here comes La Petite Gray on the outside. Tall Dark Latte on the inside, second last, and Layla Blue on the outside is trailing. 57-3 halftime, 30-1 second panel, and they work their way on into the backstretch, and it is Voom Voom who's leading. Ginger Tree Carolyn. La Petite Gray is on the outside, first up, racing third. Caught Stealing Home is positioned fourth, then Layla Blue and Tall Dark Latte, and they head on to three quarters. Voom Voom still has the lead. Getting a nice trip, Ginger Tree Carolyn, right tight, nose to helmet in the pocket. La Petite Gray, first up third, might have flattened out a little bit, and three quarters, 127-1. Then fourth is Caught Stealing Home. Layla Blue, Tall Dark Latte trailing. Voom Voom, here it comes, Ginger Tree Carolyn. Ginger Tree Carolyn had the perfect trip, and it looks to pounce on Voom Voom. Voom Voom on the inside. Ginger Tree Carolyn on the outside. They're going to settle things in the late going. Ginger Tree Carolyn off that perfect trip was lively and comes on by to win it over Voom Voom. Then Tall Dark Latte and Caught Stealing Home, 157-2. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race 9, 5, Ginger Tree Carolyn. Brady Golliers is the winning driver. Ginger Tree Carolyn, 5-year-old betting line brown mare. Oba Golliers Racing and Casey Williams and Gary Myrna, the trainer. It's the 11th win for Ginger Tree Carolyn, 157-2. Ninth race, 5, Ginger Tree Carolyn. 6, 43, 10, 253. Voom Voom, 230, 220. 6, Tall Dark Latte, 610. $2 exactor, $15.30. Dollar Try, $36.75. Dollar Super 134.55. 20-cent Super 26.91. Ninth race. Order of finish from the top down. 652413. That's 652413 on the bottom. Field on post parade 1, TJ all the way, Brian Guy for Bill Butt and Antonio Tangretta. Number 2 is My Gelato, Paul McKenzie for Vern Cochran and Edward Gork. 4 is Calico Sealster, Scott Young for Joshua McKibben and Kim Smith. Number 5, Boots and Bling, Brady Colliers for Emma Christopher and Joanne Colville. Number 6 is Kit Kat, Jason Ryan for Terry Gallant and Max Webster. 8 is I Bet You a Kiss, Austin Sorry for Anthony Beaton and Robert Shepard. Number 3 is Baby Step Back, Sammy Filia for Jared Mann and Ron Nobes and Charles Gazzola. And 9, Shadow Princess, Tyler Moore, drives and trains for Redland Farms. Field of 8 for the 10th and final dash. Scratched is number 7, McJazz. Let's get a look at this field. I'm going to start with number 3, Baby Step Back, who's 5-2 on the board and is one that had 7 wins last year. Raced very well last time out to finish second. 2, Calico Sealster. I'm looking for this one to turn the tables on Calico Sealster. That certainly is one that's been racing consistently well, but Baby Step Back did also beat this class twice in December. Beat Calico Sealster on both occasions, and Baby Step Back and Semi-Filia for Jared Mann. Looking for a little payback is Baby Step Back, 5-2. Number 4, Calico Sealster went to the front and was able to keep on going on the lead last time home. Calico Sealster, 5 consecutive top 3 finishes. Only 4 wins on the year last year, but Calico Sealster off of a win here January the 3rd, so a win this season as well. Scott Young for Josh McKibben, 3-5 the favorite. Number 8, I Bet You a Kiss. Well, 3 starts in the Niagara Series and really didn't go all that well last time out. The previous 2 were kind of okay, but the last one finished 8th. But I Bet You a Kiss, leaving out of post position 7. I think maybe he has enough speed to be a factor in here. You do see this one racing in 53-2, November the 23rd. November 21st at Mohawk. I Bet You a Kiss, and Austin Sorry, who already has 3 wins on the evening, looking to make it 4. This one set up by Anthony Beaton. I Bet You a Kiss is 8-1. And number 2, My Gelato. There's a couple of runner-up finishes in the past 4 starts. I think My Gelato with a better post position today also could use that gate speed and be a factor for somewhere on the ticket. Paul McKenzie for Vern Cochran. My Gelato is currently on the board right now at 5-1. And one more that I would throw on the ticket maybe is number 6, Kit Kat. It comes in from RCR, and Jason Ryan driving for Terry Gallant. This is one that, shows some speed south of the border. Now makes a first start for Terry Gallant. Jason Ryan driving, and Kit Kat. I like a Kit Kat. Who doesn't? 9-1. Gate is rolling for race number 10. It's TJ all the way. My Gelato and Baby Step Back on the inside. In the center, Calico Sealter, Boots and Bling. To the outside, Kit Kat and I Bet You a Kiss. And the second tier, Shadow Princess. It's a field of 8 for race number 10. They're at the start of the rough, and it's Baby Step Back, Calico Sealster, My Gelato, the first 3 to drive home, but My Gelato and Paul McKenzie with the early lead. Baby Step Back is still stepping on the outside. Calico Sealster is 3rd away and is angling towards the pylons. They work on into the backstretch, and it is Baby Step Back and Sammy Filia who's going to take the lead. My Gelato is racing 2nd, and then Calico Sealster is 3rd, and then 4th is Boots and Bling, Shadow Princess, I Bet You a Kiss, and Kit Kat, and then TJ all the way. Baby Step Back and Sammy Filia leads it 28-2 opening quarter. My Gelato at 8-1 is racing position 2nd, Calico Sealster 3rd, Boots and Bling is 4th in front of Shadow Princess and I Bet You a Kiss, and then TJ all the way and Kit Kat, and they race off the turn. Baby Step Back Bang has stepped out to a lead of 2 lengths now over My Gelato. Then Calico Sealster is racing, sort of half in and half out, trying to decide 58 and 3 halftime as they work their way on into the backstretch, and then racing fourth is Shadow Princess, and now Calico Sealster has come out in front of Boots and Bling, and Boots and Bling has now moved up on the outside and taken over fourth. Fifth is Shadow Princess, off stride I Bet You a Kiss. Baby Step Back still stepping on the lead, but Calico Sealster is looming on the outside. Calico Sealster and Baby Step Back, 3/4 128. Calico Sealster easily took the lead from Baby Step Back, and now racing position to second is Boots and Bling. Shadow Princess third. Baby Step Back has dropped back to fourth, and then My Gelato and Kit Kat, and it is Calico Sealster and Scott Young on down the stretch where they come. It's all Calico Sealster as they come on to the finish. He's going to win this one under wraps and take it by about 3.5. Then second is between Shadow Princess and Boots and Bling. Then Baby Step Back and Kit Kat. 157 and 4. Back in front of us, number 4, Calico Sealster. Scott Young had the answer in the 10th. Calico Sealster is a 4-year-old better as Delight. Brown Merrill by Kim Smith, trained by Joshua McKibben. It's the 6th win for Calico Sealster, lifetime second in a row. 10th race payouts. 4 Calico Sealter, 310, 230, 220. 9 Shadow Princess, 1090, 630. 5 Boots and Bling, 880. The 20-cent pick 5 was $116.23. The $2 exactor, $85.10. $1 try, $298.35. 20-cent high 5, $640, $645. $2 double, $14.80. $1 pick 3, $10.55. 20-cent pick 4 is $38.84. 10th race order of finish from the top downs at 864 135 scratch 72. That's 864 135 scratch 72 on the bottom.